7 seconds for that was so nice.
Speculation had already reached a fever pitch before Taylor Swift even stepped into the New Heights podcast studio, with fans everywhere eager to hear her finally share her side of the story and maybe even reveal a few secrets about her relationship with Travis Kelce. From the moment the episode began, the energy was different. Jason Kelce, never one to hide his excitement, greeted Taylor with a booming welcome, joking that the show had never seen so many new subscribers in a single day and that the studio felt more like a stadium than a podcast set. As Taylor settled into her seat, she thanked Jason and Travis for inviting her and admitted she'd been listening to the podcast for months, secretly hoping she'd get the call to join them one day. She described how everything between her and Travis really began, saying she'd first heard about him when his name kept popping up online after he mentioned her on his podcast. Taylor said she loved how bold Travis was, calling that first shout-out the moment everything changed. She confessed to Jason that she'd been charmed by Travis's confidence and sense of humor, and that his openness about having a crush on her made her feel like it was okay to take the first step. He put it out there in front of the world, she told Jason, and that's what sparked it all. Jason grinned, teasing his brother that Travis had never been shy but was definitely in rare form after Taylor responded. Travis blushed, admitting he was a little nervous about how it would all play out, but that he couldn't be happier now. Taylor said what really drew her in was how Travis never tried to hide who he was. "He's so unapologetically himself," she said. "Whether he's on the field with his family or just hanging out at home, he's always Travis." She told Jason that she dated people who acted differently in public or around the cameras, but with Travis, what you see is what you get. Jason nodded, saying that was true for as long as he'd known his brother and that it was good to hear someone appreciate it. Taylor laughed and said, "Even when he's being a goofball?" And Jason replied, "Especially then." Travis joined in, joking that Taylor was the only one who could handle his brand of chaos. The episode was filled with playful banter, but there were also moments of real vulnerability. Taylor talked about how much Travis's humor meant to her, especially on days when the pressure of fame or the grind of touring got to be too much. "He just knows how to make me laugh even when I'm stressed," she said. "He'll send me the silliest memes or just call and do the worst impressions, and suddenly everything feels lighter." Jason asked if Travis had tried to impress her with his musical knowledge, prompting Travis to belt out a few off-key lines from one of Taylor's older songs, making everyone in the studio crack up. Taylor said she appreciated that Travis wasn't afraid to be silly, and that they'd spent nights just playing music together at home. "He's pretty good on the guitar," she admitted, "but he's even better at making up funny lyrics." Travis blushed again, saying he was still waiting for his Grammy, and Jason joked that the world wasn't ready for a Kelce-Swift duet unless it was performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. Taylor grinned and hinted that maybe one day she and Travis would collaborate on something special, sending fans into a frenzy. She also took a moment to tease her upcoming album, letting slip the title TS12 and promising that it would have a fresh sound. "It's different, but I think people will love it," she said. "There are a few songs inspired by new experiences, some happy, some bittersweet, but they all feel really honest." Jason leaned in, asking if any of the tracks had been inspired by Travis or by moments they'd shared together. Taylor smiled, replying that she drew inspiration from all parts of her life and that, when you're really happy, it's hard not to let that show in your work. Travis beamed, saying he'd never felt prouder of Taylor and that he'd heard a few of the new songs, though he joked that she keeps the really secret ones hidden until the last minute. Taylor giggled, telling Jason that she loved surprising Travis with new music when he least expected it, sometimes just playing a snippet on her phone when they were driving or hanging out at home. The conversation turned to family, with Taylor opening up about how welcoming the Kelces had been. She told Jason that Donna Kelce had quickly become like a second mom, always texting to check in or sending over her favorite recipes. "Your mom is the best," Taylor told Jason. "She just makes everyone feel at home." Jason laughed and said his mom had always had a soft spot for the musicians in the family. Taylor also shared how Travis went out of his way to make her feel special, recalling how he once surprised her with a handwritten note before a big concert, and how he'd memorized her complicated coffee order just to bring her the perfect pick-me-up on a tough day. "It's those little things that mean so much," she said. "He pays attention to everything. He even remembers all the lyrics to my songs, which is impressive because there are a lot of words." Jason joked that Travis was always a teacher's pet, and Taylor laughed, replying, "He's definitely top of the class when it comes to being thoughtful." The group talked about what it was like to be in the spotlight as a couple, and Taylor admitted that it took some adjustment. "We both know what it's like to have people watching all the time," she said. "But we make a point to carve out time just for us." Travis nodded, saying that it was important to him to be there for Taylor, cheering her on at shows and supporting her no matter what. Jason asked if they ever got competitive, and Taylor admitted they'd had a few board game nights that got a little intense, with Travis insisting he was the reigning champion. "He's my biggest fan, but I'm his too," Taylor said, looking at Travis. "We just get each other." The episode was packed with laughter, and at one point, Jason pulled out a stack of fan questions, asking Taylor about everything from her favorite Chiefs game to the weirdest gift Travis had given her. Taylor said the best game was her first, at Arrowhead, and the weirdest gift was a Chiefs-themed onesie for her cat, which Travis insisted was practical and stylish. Jason asked if Taylor planned to write a song about football, and Taylor teased that anything is possible. She also revealed that Travis had written her a poem once, which she kept in her wallet, calling it the most romantic thing ever. Travis blushed, and Jason ribbed him for being a big softie, which only made the mood in the studio warmer. Near the end of the episode, Taylor thanked the Kelce family for accepting her so quickly, sharing how much it meant to have a second family to lean on. Jason said they were lucky to have her, and Travis squeezed her hand, saying, "She's the most talented person I've ever met." Taylor blushed and replied, "And he's the kindest." They talked about future plans, with Taylor hinting at more surprises for fans and Travis saying he'd go anywhere and do anything to support her dreams. Jason wrapped up the episode by thanking Taylor for joining and teasing that she had to come back soon, especially if the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl again. Taylor promised she'd return, and maybe even bring a new song or two, sending the chat into overdrive. As the credits rolled, fans everywhere rushed to replay their favorite moments, share highlights, and speculate about what might come next for Taylor and Travis. The episode was instantly hailed as a classic, blending personal confessions with playful humor and giving everyone a glimpse into a love story that felt both epic and relatable. If you love these real moments and want even more, don't forget to hit subscribe for every update.